In a stunning turn of events, the global energy landscape is undergoing a seismic shift. China, a powerhouse in the solar energy industry, has sent shock waves through international markets by announcing a ban on the exports of core solar panel technologies. As tensions escalate on the global trade stage, a ripple effect is being felt across continents, with Europe at the forefront. Join us as we delve deeper into the reasons behind China's bold move, the effects Europe faces in the wake of stockpiling, and the wider results for global trade relations in these unfolding narratives of uncertainty and opportunity. But before we dive any deeper, make sure to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Tech Revolution for more updates. With that said, let's get this video rolling again. China has firmly positioned itself as the global front-runner in the realm of clean energy investments, leading nearly half of the impressive $1.1 trillion infused into the sector last year. With an impressive 4 out of every 5 solar panels worldwide bearing the mark of Chinese origin, it's evident that the Asian powerhouse has taken the reins of solar manufacturing supremacy. China's commitment to solar manufacturing is nothing short of astounding, with a whopping $50 billion channeled into cutting-edge wafer-to-solar panel production lines. This monumental investment dwarfs Europe's efforts by a factor of 10. Moreover, an astonishing 95% stranglehold over the global supply of polysilicon and wafers firmly places China in the driver's seat of this pivotal industry. However, while these steps have brought China unparalleled distinction, the International Energy Agency's warning rings true. Over-reliance on one source, regardless of its might, can render the world vulnerable. In a critical special report, the agency cautioned about the potential pitfalls of depending so heavily on China for the building blocks of solar panel production. Now, Beijing has set its sights on safeguarding its colossal solar investments, a move that could send ripples through the US solar sector. The plan is to impose a ban on exporting crucial technologies integral to solar panel manufacturing. Specifically, advanced technologies involved in crafting wafers and ingots are slated for inclusion in an export control list as indicated by a publicly deliberated process. If enacted, Chinese solar manufacturers would require a license from their provincial commerce authorities to export these pivotal technologies. Polysilicon, a key ingredient used in creating ingot casting molds for solar wafers, plays a pivotal role. These wafers are the building blocks for photovoltaic cells, which are then assembled into solar panels. Although the proposed ban doesn't impose restrictions on complete wafers, the potential fallout could cast a shadow over American solar companies. The intricate web of US photovoltaic power generation is intricately woven with Chinese technology. The results extend beyond borders, the Wall Street Journal sounding a cautionary note, limiting the export of pivotal solar manufacturing technology could throw a wrench into the gears of the US's solar aspirations. According to experts, the production of larger 182 and 210 mm wafers is a realm dominated solely by Chinese companies. This revelation sends an alarm bell ringing, as these larger wafers, known for enabling more cost-effective and efficient solar panels, are projected to command a staggering 96% of the global market share in the year 2023. On the other hand, European warehouses are becoming quite the hotspot, stacking up with Chinese-made solar panels like never before. Can you guess how much power potential is sitting in there? A whopping 40 gigawatts direct current of capacity, which happens to match the entire installation across Europe in 2022. Now that's some serious energy ready to burst into action, equivalent to powering around 20 million homes every year. And hold on to your seats, because experts predict this pile will grow even more by the end of 2023, reaching a staggering 100 GWDC. In just 5 years, spending on solar imports has gone from 5.5 billion euros to over 20 billion euros. But a whopping 91% of all this shopping was splurged on Chinese solar goods. The wild ride of panel prices played a role in this shopping spree too. Shortages of key materials like solar-grade polysilicon teamed up with growing demand for solar panels, causing prices to shoot through the roof. Now, China has a tight grip on both making and processing magical polysilicon into solar panels. That's why their panels often cost way less than those made in Europe. We're talking 2/3 of the price tag. That's like finding an amazing deal on your favorite sneakers. But this is no game of Monopoly. It's all about the real deal of solar power. Hold on tight because there's more. Just when you thought Europe might slow down on importing, the numbers show quite the opposite. Imports in 2023 are shooting up. January by 17%, February by 22%, March by a whopping 51%, April by 16%, and May by a cool 6%. If this trend keeps grooving, 2023 could be a historic year for solar imports and inventories. Projections say we might see a dazzling 120 GWDC of imports, way beyond the expected installation capacity of 63 GWDC. Now guess what? European countries are on a mission to rock the renewable energy scene. They're all about hitting those green targets, cutting carbon, and getting more solar power. The plan? Well, it's pretty ambitious. They're aiming for 30 GWDC of European-made solar goods by 2025 and a whopping 40% of all installed solar panels being proudly manufactured within the continent by 2030. Despite these grand goals, local solar panels couldn't keep up with the imported wave. From 2021 to 2022, the amount of Chinese solar panels imported by Europe jumped by 112%, but the installations didn't match up, leaving a gap of nearly 47 GWDC. Fast forward to 2023, those imports are revving up even more, expected to skyrocket by 38% and reach 120 GWDC. Installations are getting a boost too, expected to jump by 57% to about 63 GWDC. But guess what? The gap between imports and installations is going to stretch even wider, reaching a whopping 57.4 GWDC. When it comes to the VIP destinations for these shiny solar panels, we're talking about the Netherlands, Spain, Germany, Poland, France, Greece, Italy, and the UK. These places are rolling out the red carpet for Chinese solar imports. The Netherlands, for instance, welcomed almost 45 GWDC of panels in 2022. But while we think all this stockpiling could slow things down, the sunny outlook says otherwise. Despite a few bumps in the road like labor shortages and material delays, the inventory keeps growing. And that means prices might just stay steady for a while. Remember, the solar industry is always changing, with new tech and ideas popping up like wildflowers. So if those stockpiled panels hang around too long, they might see less interest from European buyers. But don't worry, experts say that's not happening just yet. China's presence is also felt in the US. According to Abigail Ross Hopper, China's plan to put restrictions on exports is like Exhibit A in the case of ramping up American solar manufacturing. Now let's rewind a bit. Over the last couple of years, solar manufacturers have had their share of speed bumps. You know, those supply chain disruptions that mess up the groove. One of the reasons is the rising cost of materials, especially polysilicon. It got so intense that around 56% of those huge utility-scale solar projects we were excited about got delayed or even scrapped last year, as Rystad Energy pointed out. But now, energy prices are setting back to their normal rhythms, and the same sunny story is unfolding in the solar realm. Polysilicon prices are steadily sliding down, and that's music to solar manufacturers' ears. A fresh report from the Rocky Mountain Institute paints a pretty picture. It says wind and solar power are on track to take center stage, producing more than a third of the world's total energy by 2030. Yep, you heard that right. More than 33% of the whole energy pie. Now let's fast forward to the grand goal, COP28. It's all about tripling our renewable energy capacity by 2030. And guess what? The Rocky Mountain Institute believes it's doable. That's not all for this video. China recently decided to tweak its rules, banning the export of certain key solar panel technologies. Now let's get a bit technical. China's Ministry of Commerce and the Ministry of Science and Technology teamed up to publish new guidelines. These rules put the brakes on Chinese manufacturers sharing their cutting-edge large silicon, black silicon, and cast monosilicon technologies abroad. China has been a true pioneer in crafting the machinery to put these pieces together. These technologies are like secret ingredients that help make solar power more efficient, reducing costs to generate each unit of energy. Now let's talk size. In the solar panel world, the bigger the silicon, the bigger the power generation. Smaller ones are around 166 millimeters or less, while the big players in the silicon game help cut costs even further. Zooming in on the timeline, back in December, these technologies got the spotlight where they were put on a restricted list by the Ministry of Science and Technology. But China's Commerce Ministry wanted to take things a step further, proposing that these technologies also be part of the import and export guidelines. After a round of public feedback and discussions, China decided to put the brakes on exporting large silicon, black silicon, and cast monopassivative emitter and rear cell technologies. Beijing isn't stopping there. They've got plans to restrict the export of other cutting-edge technologies like laser radar, genome editing, and agricultural cross-breeding. And there you have it. But before we wrap things up, let's keep the conversation going. What are your thoughts on China's decision to ban the export of core solar panel technologies? And how do you think this will impact the global solar industry? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Tech Revolution. See you in our next videos.